A long time ago, a terrible storm struck a ship in the middle of the sea. Massive waves crashed against it. The winds roared violently. Within moments, the ship was destroyed. All the passengers drowned. Except one man. By the grace of God, he survived. After struggling for hours against the furious ocean, he finally washed ashore on a deserted island. When he opened his eyes, exhausted and weak, he realized he was completely alone. No people, no houses, no hope. Falling to his knees, he looked up at the sky and prayed, "God, please save me. Please send help." Days passed, but no help came. Every morning he searched the horizon for a ship. Every night he slept on the cold sand. Still, nothing. Yet each day he continued praying, "God, please don't leave me here." Weeks went by. Slowly, the man began accepting the island as his fate. To survive, he gathered wood, leaves, and broken pieces from the wrecked ship. With great effort, he built himself a small hut. It wasn't much, but it was all he had. He survived by eating coconuts and catching fish. And little by little, the hut became his only comfort, his only shelter, his only hope. Then one day, before leaving to search for food, he lit a small fire. Hours later, he returned and froze in horror. His hut was burning, flames rose into the sky. Everything he owned was being destroyed before his eyes. The man collapsed to the ground in despair. Tears filled his eyes as he shouted toward heaven, "God, why? I prayed to you for help, but you never answered me, and now, the only shelter I had is gone too. Why would you do this to me?" That night, broken and hopeless, he fell asleep on the beach. The next morning, he was suddenly awakened by a loud sound. He opened his eyes and saw a ship approaching the island. He couldn't believe it. Rescue had finally come. The sailors welcomed him aboard, and as the ship began sailing away, the man asked the captain, "How did you find me?" The captain smiled and replied, "We saw your smoke signal." The man looked confused. "Smoke signal? But I never sent one." Then suddenly, he remembered his burning hut. At that moment, tears filled his eyes once again, but this time not from sadness. He finally understood. The very thing he thought was destroying him was actually saving him. What he believed was the end was the beginning of his rescue. And in silence he whispered, "Thank you, God." Sometimes in life, our plans fail. Doors close, dreams fall apart. Unexpected pain enters our lives. And often we ask, why is this happening to me? But the truth is, we see only a small part of the story. God sees the whole picture. What feels like a disaster today may become the reason for your breakthrough tomorrow. The pain you're experiencing, the loss, the disappointment, may actually be a signal leading you towards something greater. So when life doesn't go your way, don't lose faith. Keep moving forward. Keep trusting. Keep believing. Because sometimes God doesn't save us from the fire. He saves us through the fire. And His plan is always bigger, wiser, and better than the plans we make for ourselves.